I'm going to talk through how the media is changing and how, as brands and organisations, we can respond to that. I'm going to talk about some new forms of media and some emerging forms of media. We used to believe that we could control how a message was communicated to an audience. You can't anymore. You can throw it over the wall and you, with the best intention, can hope to engage, but unless it meets a number of different criteria, which we'll talk about, it won't.
It was really interesting to hear people's different opinions on the way forward and trying to imagine what communications are going to be like over the next 30 years, considering how much has changed over the last 20. It's good to discuss it and try and find what the general opinion is.
Quick show of hands, who bought a newspaper today? That's pretty indicative. So 4 people out of a room of 100 people. As organisations, brands, us, we can communicate with our stakeholders, our consumers. Now, we've always done that, but now they can answer us back. This is causing a huge challenge for organisations. How do you skill up and gear up for when people start to talk back to you?
It's quite difficult to get the time to get out and go to these kinds of things, but the forum events tend to be well worth going to. What I find is it tends to get you thinking about things that you wouldn't have necessarily thought about had you just been left sat in your office all morning.
Here's where I think we are as organisations. I think we're sort of in early adolescence with social forms of media and social media. Adolescence, it's a great metaphor because you try things out, and there's a lot of organisations trying things out, and of course you make mistakes. Now, the beauty of the social web is you can make a mistake and you're given permission and allowed to do that, providing you correct it and you recognise it very quickly.
The good thing about these events is that it really does invigorate you and give you good ideas to take back. One of the things that I think is most important is that it reassures people that what they're doing is that they're doing it right, and then you speak to people and you listen to the questions and the answers at the end of the presentation, and you think, well, actually I must be doing something right because we're already doing that, or if you're not doing it, you can speak to people about how to do it better.
Social forms of media are, yes, part of communication, part of marketing, but increasingly they're part of customer service, they're part of HR, and increasingly they're shifting through different parts of the organisation. So product development and research is the next.
The event today has been fantastic. The Entrepreneurs Forum is just a great opportunity to meet like-minded people. If you said no and you didn't go along, then you don't know what you're going to miss out on, and I think people would be definitely surprised of the different opportunities they can get through different networking presentations like this.
It's one of the things that the forum's really good at. It's the right kind of people, and it's people who are there for the right reasons. That means that it's going to keep having value for local businesses. It's something that I would encourage people to take full advantage of whenever they can.
It gives you great ideas and really invigorates you to get back to your business and then try out new things.
I firmly believe, and we're seeing this through every client engagement, that you bring that gap by bringing in the people that will understand these new forms of media. What I would say to you always is root whatever you're doing in the audience with which you want to engage your customers, and figure out how you can bring yourself as close to your customers as possible through whatever forms of media make sense.